everyone, and welcome to a new video of Barcelona with Marta. My name is Marta and I'm a born and raised Barcelonesa. Today we're going to take a stroll down Passeig de Gràcia, which is one of the most luxurious and aristocratic streets in Barcelona. I will show you its most emblematic landmarks, along with some hidden gems, plus tips on where to eat or shop. We will start the tour here at Plaça Catalunya and gradually make our way up the avenue, stopping at different points of interest. And remember, if you want to explore this street or any other place in Barcelona with me, you can now book a tour through my website. So, having said that, let's start the tour. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about the history of Passeig de Gràcia. This avenue was built in the late 19th century on what was once the Camí de Jesús or Jesus Road, which connected Barcelona with the old town of Gràcia. After the walls of Barcelona came down, wealthy bourgeois families purchased this land and built their homes here. Luxury stores, hotels and major banks soon followed. That's why many compare Passeig de Gràcia to Fifth Avenue in New York or the Champs-Élysées in Paris. At the time, the rich loved to flaunt their wealth, to see and to be seen. So that is why they built such luxurious houses. Typically, the family lived on the first floor, called the Planta Noble or Principal, which is why this level has large windows and balconies. This floor also had the advantage of overlooking a large courtyard at the back, and it required fewer stairs, a significant detail in an era without elevators. So the owners would live on the first floor while the rest of the floors were rented out, and the ground floor was also rented out as a commercial space. Fun fact is that at the beginning, all the buildings in this new area had to be 5-story buildings, but as you can see, the rules change over time, so now we have even higher buildings. Another detail I would like you to notice is these street lamp benches designed by the city architect Pere Franquès i Urpí. He was clearly influenced by Gaudí, covering these benches with broken ceramic pieces. The lamp features rich decorations, including the crown of the kings of Aragon and Barcelona's coat of arms with a bat, a symbol of good fortune for King Jaume I. Another interesting detail about the benches is the small door beside them. Legend has it that there was a heating system inside to warm the benches, but in reality the doors gave access to the lamp's mechanisms. As you can see, these benches are multifunctional, offering both city lighting and a comfortable place for people to sit. Also pay close attention to the sidewall tiles designed by Gaudí, which you can only find here. As I mentioned at the start of this video, many banks also built their headquarters here alongside with the residential buildings. One of them was the Banco de España, that was located in the building where we now have the Stradivarius. What's interesting is that if you visit the basement of the store, you will still find the bank's old vaults preserved. where the H&M stands was once the Banco Vitalicio. This building was one of Barcelona's first skyscrapers, and its style is classical and monumental, as it was influenced by the Chicago School of Architecture.
We are now in front of a very striking sculpture here at Passeig de Gràcia, which is this monument to the book made by Joan Brossa.
It was built in 1994 as a tribute to the antique and modern book fair. Don't miss the plaques at its base, which honor celebrated Catalan writers.
Now I want to show you another detail that many people miss while they are wandering along the Passeig de Gràcia, which is this fountain right here that is one of the two original Wallace fountains that we have here in Barcelona.
Built in the 1880s, these fountains are known for their iconic caryatids supporting a dome decorated with a fish and a basin in the shape of a shell. Here we see the Comedia Theatre, one of the last remaining theatres on Passeig de Gràcia. What's interesting is that it's located inside one of the few urban palaces still standing on the avenue, designed by Tiberi Sabater Carné. Nacional, one of the largest and most fascinating gastronomic experiences here in Barcelona, and one of my favorite too. This is a great place to have lunch or dinner, and even if you're not eating, it's worth stepping inside to admire the space. As you can see, it's a beautiful place, and now that it's decorated for Christmas, it shines even more. To find it, you will have to look a bit, as it's tucked away in an alley of Passeig de Gràcia.
Did you know that Barcelona has its own stock exchange and that this one is located here at Passeig de Gràcia?
This is an important financial center that contributes to the economic and financial development of the region and the country, and it's been here since 1915.
In case you're looking for a Barca souvenir, look, there's also a Barca store here at Passeig de Gràcia.
By the way, if you like this video so far, don't forget to give it a like and to subscribe to the channel so that I can keep making videos like this for you. Another building with a strong monumental character is this one, called Edifici de la Unió i el Fènix. It belonged to an insurance company with the same name, and its sculptures were created by the famous sculptor Frederic Marès. This building, with La Equitativa written on its facade, also belonged to an insurance company. Unlike the others, this one was built with rationalist criteria and minimal decorative elements. This one right here is another great example of the buildings that the rich were building back in the day here at Passeig de Gràcia. As you can see, is a 5-floor high, and the first floor, that one, is where the owners would live. These benches are also very characteristic for the Passeig de Gràcia, and you can only find them here. We now have arrived at the Manzana de la Discordia, a block of buildings famous for its eclectic architecture. These were built in the late 19th century in the modernist style by some of the best architects in the city, including Puig i Cadafalch, Domènech i Muntaner, and Gaudí. The architects competed to create the most impressive building, which is how this block of houses earned its name. A fun fact is that none of these buildings were new constructions. They were in fact renovations of old houses that were already built here. On this side, the first house we see is Casa i Morera. It's one of the emblematic works of Catalan Modernism and probably the most representative of Domènech i Muntaner. Between 1902 and 1906, he redesigned the facade and entire interior decoration at the request of Albert i Morera. Next we have Casa, built for the Amatller family by architect Josep Puig i Cadafalch. What many people don't know is that you can visit Casa. Inside there's a cafe, a chocolate shop, a cultural center, and of course the Amatller family's home, which is open to the public. The last house in this set is Casa Batlló, designed by the famous architect Antoni Gaudí. Casa Batlló, a prime example of Catalan modernism, captivates visitors with its extreme design, visual solutions, and intricate details. A visit to the interior is highly recommended as it lets you experience Gaudí's vision and artistry firsthand. Be sure to book your tickets in advance, as this is one of Barcelona's most visited landmarks. And here's another tip I wanted to share with you, because if you go around the corner, you can get a glimpse of the back of Casa Batlló totally for free. In this alley, you can already see a little bit of the back of Casa Batlló, but the best way of seeing it is by going inside the shop of Servei Estació, so let me show you. This is where you want to go to the terrace, which is on the second floor. Well, unfortunately today it's not working, it's not open. The door is not open, so I cannot go outside, but this is a terrace, and from here you've got a great view of Casa Batlló. And next to Casa Batlló is of course Casa Major, and the last one, which also is amazing from the back, is Casa Morera. So since it's already lunchtime, I decided to stop by here at Favorit inside Casa Major, and I ordered this sandwich with ham and tomato and this juice, and it costed me €8.10. This was actually not a juice but a strawberry lemonade, and it was actually quite nice, I must say. This is Casa Vídua Marfà, a building that often goes unnoticed by tourists, but it's one of my personal favorites. Their staircase at the entrance is particularly striking. It was built between 1901 and 1905 by the Passeig brothers and belongs to the historicist style. Look, there's the lift, the original one. And directly across there's the Hotel Majestic, one of the many luxury hotels here at Passeig de Gràcia. This is one of the leading hotels of the world, and it was founded in 1918 by an Italian entrepreneur and has been a favorite of the upper class ever since. Many of these hotels also have beautiful rooftop terraces where you can enjoy a stunning sunset with a drink. A great example is the Alaire rooftop bar at the Hotel Condes de Barcelona, which is open year-round. The buildings at Passeig de Gràcia are truly amazing, so I can totally understand if you would like to see them also from the inside. So here's a tip. If you come to Restaurant Pomarada here at Passeig de Gràcia, you can just walk in because the doors are open and take a look at the inside of these buildings, for instance. The next building that will for sure catch your eye as you walk by Passeig de Gràcia is of course Casa Milà. This was the last building Gaudí worked on before dedicating himself entirely to the Sagrada Familia. As you can see, the structure resembles a carved stone, which is why locals nicknamed it La Pedrera, the quarry, a nickname which it still has today. In fact, neither Barcelonians nor the original owners of the building liked this building very much. And the disapproval was so strong that Gaudí left this project unfinished and went to work on the Sagrada Familia instead. Nowadays, however, Casa Milà is an UNESCO World Heritage Site and attracts countless visitors. Like Casa Batlló, it's recommended to book tickets in advance to avoid long lines. Another option that you have is to enjoy a drink at the cafe at the bottom of the building, which was also designed by Gaudí.
And just like it was at Casa Batlló, you can also see the back of Casa Milà by going into a shop, in this case the store of Massimo Dutti. The store is, by the way, located in what was once the house of the famous painter Ramon Casas. Many original elements have been preserved, making it a fascinating space to visit. But the best part is the rear courtyard, where you can see the back facade of Casa Milà. Not many people know this, but it's definitely worth checking out. So there you go, this is the back of Casa Milà, and the rest of the houses, of course. And in here there's like a small garden with a coffee shop, so you can also order something to drink and take a rest if you want to. Passeig de Gràcia is without a doubt the best spot for high-end shopping or just window shopping. Here you will find luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, Chanel and Burberry. Among these iconic shops, Santa Eulalia stands out as one of the most original and emblematic stores. This passageway next to Passeig de Gràcia is another recommendation if you're looking to dine well in an elegant setting. It's home to several high-end restaurants, including some with Michelin stars. At the upper end of Passeig de Gràcia, we find Palau Robert, which is like a classical palace surrounded by a garden. Palau Robert now houses Catalonia's tourist office, making it accessible for visitors. The gardens are a true oasis in the city center and are also worth exploring. Okay guys, it's 5:30 and they have just lighted up the lights, the Christmas lights. So look how beautiful is this? I think Passeig de Gràcia is at its best during Christmas time, and especially when the lights are on. It's just wonderful. The final notable building at Passeig de Gràcia is Casa Fuster. Designed by Lluís Domènech i Montaner between 1908 and 1911, this was one of his last architectural works in Barcelona. At the time, it was also one of the most expensive buildings in the city. Nowadays, it houses the luxurious hotel Casa Fuster. So that was my video today of Passeig de Gràcia. I hope you liked it and that it inspires you in case you're coming to Barcelona anytime soon. Don't forget to check my website, Barcelona with Marta, for more information about Barcelona. And remember, you can also book a tour with me in case you want to discover these places with me in person. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel so that I can keep showing you the very best of Barcelona. Bye bye, adios!